Our former president.
Trumpy, sure.
Huh? Or should we do basketball?
We do basketball?
Nah, let's go basketball after.
All right. So recently, Trump calls Colin Powell a classic rhino.
Who recently passed. Rest in peace.
So Colin Powell recently passed, and he was, what was he? He was a former Secretary of State, and Trump had some things to say about him. So I'll read off the quote. As you guys know,
this shit crazy.
Former President Donald Trump, one of the most entertaining presidents we've ever had. But
the 45th president.
One of the most controversial presidents we've ever had, who used social media as his power. All right, so what he said, he was like, wonderful to see Colin Powell, who made big mistakes on Iraq and famously so-called weapons of mass destruction, be treated in death so beautifully by the fake news media.
Wow.
Hope that someday, hope that happens to me someday, Trump said. He was a classic rhino. And for people that don't know what rhino means, it means Republican in name only, which means that it's like you're kind of just fronting to be a Republican. So he was a classic rhino, if even that. Always being the first to attack other Republicans.
If even that.
He made plenty of mistakes. But anyways, may he rest in peace.
That's pretty fucked up.
Right. You cannot give a rest in peace message and say, but
bro,
anyways.
He literally just slandered the fuck out. Yeah, but anyway.
But anyways.
Bro, this dude's a savage.
Bro, that's crazy.
This crazy.
Now, that is true. What are you saying about the weapons of mass destruction? Because that was one of the biggest things that led us into that war was Colin Powell had come out and said, like, we have information that there's weapons of mass destruction. He's a very trusted person, so that was one of the reasons. Because he said the evidence, or what we've been given, the intel shows they have weapons of mass destruction. Later, we found out that Iraq didn't have weapons of mass destruction. But he did come out and say, I did make the mistake. It was the intel that had been given at the time. So a lot of people do say that the Bush administration they misled him. But who knows? But regardless, that's a pretty fucked up message when someone passes. That's like
it is really fucked up. But you'll also see like people who's lost their family in that same war, you know, so they got some type of way to feel about it. So it's like maybe hearing Trump saying something about that might kind of reignite, you know, because it's like
I don't think we should just speak on people in passing like that though. Like
facts.
It's like it's just tasteless, bro. But I mean, it's Trump, bro. Trump is like he's a tasteless guy.
He more so kind of discredited his reputation a little bit, kind of talked down to his policies or what he did more so than him as a person. Like he didn't really slander or attack him as a person per se. But
bro,
like,
but
his
yeah,
but
if you die, if I'm at your funeral, and I'm like, this motherfucker made hella mistakes.
Yeah.
He was a rhino, so you're slandering him. You're calling him a term that basically means you're not actually what you say you are. Like that's you slandering him.
He
like
was also shitting on the media because they're trying to highlight his good shit, and it's like
he was shooting up everything.
I was dying.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, like he like the media was obviously this guy he did so much for America, you know. It's like that type of shit. So of course I'm not the type to shit on the dead as soon as they pass. Give it a year.
I
mean, even if you were, bro, there's a tasteful way to do it. I mean, not in this. Maybe, I mean, if you were asked on a podcast about, and you say like, yeah, you know, I disagree with a lot of things, maybe, I think he made mistakes along the way, but you know, I don't want to get into that. He's passed away. I just want to, you know, there's a tasteful way to do things, but it's not like Trump is trying to be tasteful. He's trying to take shots. Like he's trying to. You know, they say piss on someone's grave. I feel like even that sounds kind of harsh to say, but that's basically what he's trying to do, bro. Like you just took shots at him, took shots at the media, and I hope y'all do the same for me. Bro,
he just mad at the media because they don't let him on anymore.
Man, when Trump,
but also the media kind of loves it when he's saying shit like this.
Bro, they keep pumping it.
They're gonna ignite it.
and I think, do you think that's part of the reason why he comes out and makes this statement? One, because he wants to shit on people, but two, because it's gonna get his name back buzzing.
He knows what he's doing.
He can't be on social media no more.
Yeah.
And what's that shit he got? He got the app coming.
Yeah, you was telling me about the app.
Yeah,
what was it called?
He has an app, Truth.
Oh.
And so instead of calling it tweets, he's calling the post truths.
Oh, I'm hopping on, bro. I gotta see what the fuck he's saying.
Truth.
Yeah, Donald Trump Truth that. And then the funny thing, in the disclaimer, it says you cannot talk anything, you know, you can't say anything slandering or bad about.
Can you let Nasrad in?
Yeah, you can't say anything bad about the app. Like, you can't criticize the app.
What?
That's one of the platform rules. You can't criticize the app.
In the disclaimer, yeah.
Well, but you can say